We're here at the Toyota dealership. I got my fully built out 5th gen Toyota, so it's definitely time to get a new 4Runner. And not the 6th gen. We're gonna get this bad boy.
3rd gen Toyota 2001. Thing was super clean at the local auto fair. We just drove by, saw it from the street, figured it was gonna be like 10 grand because it just looked way too clean. Had a minor front collision. You can see the bumper was replaced on this thing. Not a big deal. Ran a Carfax. Everything else was clean. A lot of miles, but man, this thing is very, very nice. She was asking $59.95 for this bad boy. There we are driving it off.
Happened. We got the new 3rd gen, new to me, 3rd gen 4Runner with 289,025 miles on the e-brake. I guess it's on. Look at that. Look at that guy right there. AC works great. Interior is like super clean, guys. Like this thing is legit. It's got a lot of miles on it, I will admit. It is so clean. It's awesome. I bought it from an older woman who was the original owner. Her brother owned it for a little bit of time, and then she got it back. Well, it's ours now, so that is awesome. Look at this, dude. Best thing about this whole car right here is this vent right here, you know? Know what I'm saying? Get that crotchulator vent. That's freaking sweet, dude. AC blowing cold. You got that extra power. We'll leave that off. We'll leave that for some excitement later on, you know, for that extra power. It's got the sunroof looking good. I'll show you around the thing, but we are going to go fill it up with gas. We got about a quarter tank in this bad boy. And I'm gonna take it home and do some maintenance items with you guys. So we'll go ahead and do like the oil. I think I want to do a trans flush because I have no idea when the transmission fluid was done on this. I know these have same issue. I have a 5th gen 4Runner as well. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'll leave the link down below. But yeah, you can have an issue where the transmission fluid mixes in the radiator, making a pink milkshake, which you don't want because your transmission's gonna go out if that happens. And the transmissions for these cars are actually pretty expensive because they're kind of sought after in the secondhand like wrecker world. I did look at one of these things that was, I think I wanted 2 grand for it. And I was looking at it and then I looked up how much a transmission was, and they wanted close to 2 grand for a used transmission, which, you know, had a lot of miles on it and everything too. I didn't do that deal, needless to say. Then I've been just looking around for 3rd gen 4Runners for quite some time. I'm like, I know there's gonna be a clean one out there. It's so hard to find a clean one, like clean interior, clean exterior. This thing is all stock, quiet, it's smooth. And yeah, it's got a lot of miles. It needs some maintenance stuff done to it, I'm sure. I got like, from what I noticed, I had some cracked like sway bar in links. The brakes are old, they work fine, but the rotors are old, so maybe we'll do the Tundra upgrade sooner or later. But probably not until the brakes get a little bit more worn down, because for now, the thing, as far as I know, stops fine at the moment. Let's go back a little bit more. Does this go a little more? That's all the way back. Okay, we're in our place. We're in our place. I am out at Folsom, California. So this is a California car. I'm gonna show you guys under this thing. The frame is insane. Like, you know, these cars, Toyotas in general, just have issues with the frames rusting. This car was in Virginia for a little bit, and in Washington, D.C. when she first bought it, she said, for like 2 months. I did the whole Carfax on this thing, and yeah, there's only been like 2 minor accidents on it with the front end, just probably some parking stuff. Looks like the front bumper's been replaced at one point in time, but the frame rails look absolutely straight. Paint is very, very good on this car, which is awesome. So I want you guys to drop down below in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What do you think I paid for the car? I'll let you guys know at the end of the video what I paid for it, but 289,000 miles, quite a bit of mileage, but like, dude, pretty immaculate. And literally, I've already been asked twice if I want to sell the car, which is funny. Just started owning it, so it's like, man, if you wanted to do a quick flip on this thing, you definitely could. Not really what I'm intending on doing. We got a tape player and a CD player. That is freaking sweet. We're gonna go to Toyota. Another thing I was mentioning, kind of what was wrong, what I saw was wrong with it. Valve cover gasket leaking a little bit, seeping. That's pretty normal. I'm gonna go to Toyota on the way home, grab some valve cover gaskets, OE, because the OE ones last from everything that I see. Aftermarket ones are garbage. Felpro, because I see some blue ones people put on. they're not as good. The other thing I think I will grab is some crush washers for the oil pan drain plug. We'll do front ball joints, because that's just something you should do to these cars. I have no idea when they're replaced. I don't think there's an issue with them, but I don't want my wheel falling off. So there's that. Let's cruise along. Like, listen to what I don't hear. I don't hear anything because it's so quiet. Insurance on this thing was $160 for 6 months for the premium on that, so that's cool. Basically $23 a month. Pretty chill. But yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at that carbon fiber, dude. 2001. You know, it's an automatic. Yeah, that's fine. It cruises. I kind of wanted an auto, to be honest. We got the center locking differential. We got the 4-wheel drive mode, which I did not try. This is kind of an all-wheel drive feature. So let's see if this 4-wheel drive engages. Oh, okay, there we go. I heard it click. 4-wheel drive mode kind of works more of like an all-wheel drive mode from what I've been hearing. When you disengage the center locking differentials. The center diff, this basically locks up the transfer case, so it's like full-time 4-wheel drive. Yeah, it just locked up. I can feel it in my steering. I'm not gonna turn too sharply. And then the VSC turned off as well. So I'm gonna disengage that center lock. Seems like when you're on throttle and then you just kind of let off throttle, then it kind of unlocks. And then we'll unlock this. Be on throttle, off. Yeah, 4x4 mode is out. So that works great. I did not test that before I bought it, but the center clock doesn't work. That was the one thing she told me. It does not work. The center clock, and then the rear windshield wiper is gone. But man, the AC is blowing nice in here. It feels really good. Stoked on this. It's a sweet purchase. Let's go to Costco. Let's get some Casco gas. I filled this thing up with gas. Dude, it drives so smooth. Checked out the radio station's got that classical playing, you know what I'm saying? Got that cassette player. I got some cassettes recently from some garage sales at my house, so that's cool. Down here we got these 2 cigarette lighters. Probably put in some like Blue Sea adapters, maybe for like a USB or something along those lines. Do a quick stock overview of the car. We are on Yokohama Geolander HT's highway. Tires are actually pretty good, but these will be changing in the future. Got this trim. It's a little faded, but other than that, it looks good. Front bumper looks like it's been replaced. It's been in 2 minor accidents from the Carfax report. So yeah, the front end of it looks really good. And here it is, total stock form. Those things are gonna have to come off, those running boards. I don't love that. Little side flares look fairly good. A little bit of scratching on it there and there, but no big deal. Check out the interior, guys, if I haven't showed you this already. Look at this. Door card, beautiful. Carpets are like really clean. I guess there's a little bit of grime there, so we can clean that up. I didn't even notice that, just because it seemed very clean, but we can extract all this and get it cleaned up even better. There's the driver's seat. No rips, no tears, a little bit of dirt in the middle. You know, really clean on the floors on this side as well. I grabbed some trans filter. We'll do the trans flush because I have no idea when the transmission fluid has been done on this thing, or you know, the filter or any of that. In the back, it looks really clean. I don't really think anybody really rode back here. You can see it's very clean back here. The mats and everything. And there's a little bit of grime there, I guess. Yeah, we can extract all this, which is cool. Make it even cleaner. These seats look good. Little garbage right there, but no, not a big deal. These things are super, super nice. Pop this up. Fold down the rears underneath the seat. Okay, there's a little bit of a stain there. No big deal though. And then this is cool. This little headrest kind of pops off. And if you're unaware, this goes in here and hangs out. And that's just a little placeholder for the back seat area, which is nice as well. A mat, I'll have to do some sort of matte situation. Headliner looks pretty clean. There's a little bit of grime over there. Back of the seats look good. Yeah, really stoked on this. So let's, I guess maybe we'll, yeah, it doesn't have 35, so we got to jack it up. Let's jack the car up a little bit. We'll get under there and do a quick oil change on that first off. So I'll show you under the hood as well. So pretty clean. I was saying there's a little bit of seepage on this valve cover, just like right there. Not really a big deal. Gaskets go, it kind of looks like there's some gray stuff underneath there, which does not look to be stock, so that probably doesn't help at all. Here's a little intake boot guy. Is it crusty? It's old for sure. We'll get this thing all cleaned up. Coolant. I didn't look in here yet, but it looks nice and pink in there, which is how it's supposed to look, so that's great. Brake booster, that fluid looks kind of old. I noticed this valve cover looks a bit shinier, so I think that this one was probably replaced more recently. But anyways, there's just, you know, a little bit of seepage on there. So I got OE Toyota ones, like I said. Diag port, just I guess interesting. I thought that was an OBD2, but it's not. Little alarm system on there. I guess this battery's new. I don't know, it looks clean. So I don't know what's up with that, but it's an interstate battery, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. But yeah, 3.4 liter, full cam, the 5VZ-FE motor, man. Pretty cool. Let's get the oil out of it, huh? I was gonna change the oil on this thing, but it looks extremely clean, so I think they did it before I bought the car. Because I mean, like, look at that oil. It looks like super clean, and you wipe it off on the rag, it's still extremely clean. So honestly, I'm gonna go a couple more miles and it's topped off perfectly, so I'll just make like first 1,000 miles or something like that. Now I am curious about the transmission fluid. I think what I'll do is kind of the not so hit item. So I think I'll try to do the transfer case and like the rear and front differential. Those probably haven't been done in quite some time. That's because they get forgotten. So this has like a little safety on it. Let's pull this out and see how this one looks. Hopefully, I don't know why I didn't do this the other day, but that ATF looks nice and red. So that actually looks really good too. This is definitely something that I want to do, but you can see it's still red on the Cleanest. And let's see, so that's the cold and the hot marks. This is hot. I don't know if you're supposed to do it running, but I have to wait for the, what do I need for this? So maybe the ATF is a bit low. Honestly, I don't know if it's still considered hot. It's been cooling off for a little bit here now, for like an hour. But yeah, it's still pretty warm. So yeah, ATF fluid will do. We'll drop the pan gasket and all that stuff. And I want to do the transfer case. Pop open the air filter. We'll see what we got going on in here. This looks very new. Wow, one-handed, it's not the easiest, but looks like it just pops right out. I think I'm getting it dirty literally from my gloves. Oh, that thing is brand new. So yeah, I think this thing had some maintenance done to it prior to me purchasing the car, which is always great. So we'll go ahead and close this up. Yeah, air filter right there. We got the mass airflow sensor. Look a little dirty and whatnot. ABS solenoids, that sort of thing. But yeah, like I said, we got the valve cover gasket, which is gonna have to get done. Maybe I'll do that next time I change the oil. Oh, because I also have to get those little screw things. So I ordered an O-ring. I got lower ball joints, so I just called Toyota. So that's good. And yeah, let's see. I mean, dude, I think a lot of this stuff will clean up. So let's purple power this bad boy. I think what I'll do is pull it out front, and I think I just want to spray down underneath the engine compartment. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'll go get some oven cleaner because that works really well on aluminum type situations. You just kind of let it rest. The oven cleaner will kind of clean this up and make it look a lot nicer, and then I can kind of pressure wash it down. One thing I will need to do is the timing belt maintenance. So maybe when I do the radiator and stuff, because I want to do a coil rad radiator in this thing, and I want to do a remote trans cooler. So I think I'll do all that, and then maybe I'll do like all the maintenance on the timing belt and stuff. Let's go underneath the car because I want to show you guys how like clean it is under here. It's very nice. CVs, you know, like look, as far as like rust goes or something, like this is like as bad as we have it. You know, this is a really pretty California car here. There's a little bit of something right here, but I mean, look at the frame. I mean, the frame's ridiculously clean. Look right here on the body mount. Super, super clean. I think it may have had new catalytic converters installed at one point in its life. It does look like it has a pretty new O2 sensor, so that was done. This little, there's like an O-ring up here. I need to order that. So I was like, maybe I'll order that before I do the trans. So maybe I won't do the trans today because I do kind of want that. Also, I wanted to add a trans cooler, so there's kind of that situation going on with it as well. So I'm gonna reach out to CoilRad, talk to them about that. The CVs, totally perfect on there. The end links are looking a bit crusty. Those need to be replaced. Lower ball joints, those right here. I mean, do they look okay? Sure. Are they okay? I don't know. We're gonna replace those because those are always scary. Tie rod end links seem all tight and good. I think what I'm gonna do is just clean this up for now. With honestly some oven cleaner, and then we can do the transfer case too. Transfer case has a little bit of juice on it. This was looking a little like old and crusty. I don't know what that's all about. I think it's actually from the drive shaft slinging because it's on the drive shaft too. It's almost like, I don't know, it's a really good thick coating of grease basically, and I think it's just from the drive shaft itself. This is the solenoid for the engagement of the four-wheel drive. The hose is still looking good, and I tried that earlier. This drive shaft looks to be in good shape. This looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's leaking from the seal or anything. Again, frame rails. Look at these frame rails, guys. Super, super clean. This is where the links are in the back here. Little link up there. Little link down here. This all looks to be good. Look at the frame rail, guys. Like, look at original sticker. Are you guys seeing a sticker on your 22-year-old Toyota? Probably not. Look at the VIN number. Like, it's freaking right there, dude. Like, not even messed up. Maybe. And then, like I said, diff. Here's the drive shaft. Drive shaft's looking pretty clean. It was definitely slinging some grease, so we'll have to re-grease that back up. But, you know, there's that right there. That looks all good. I think that the thing was just greased up pretty good. Rear shocks, looks like it's had rear shocks replaced. It honestly rides very well. Front struts, shocks, I guess those are shocks. They're struts, I guess. Those, I don't know, they're probably old, but it rides really well. Here's like the catalytic converter, like I was saying. Yeah, this thing is really awesome. I think what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and transform it a bit, because you know what's ugly is these guys. Look at that. OE Toyota. Like, dude, there's not even like an ounce of mud on this thing. It's freaking wild. So maybe someone will want these, but they'll go in the boneyard for now. So if you want them, let me know. But I think that's the first thing to come off. I also kind of want to take the hitch off. I don't love that rear hitch. It's like, it's so low. It just hangs down. Like, that's not good for any off-road clearance or anything like that. But dude, overall, really, really clean vehicle. So yeah, let's do the side skirts, huh? Here's a little before shot. I think it's just like 6 13mm bolts down here or something. Assuming they're 13s. Maybe they're 12s, because Toyota. really think that's all there is to it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Pop that off. Dude, look at that. Easy peasy. Sweet. That looks awesome. Nothing wrong with the rockers down here. Super clean. And check this out, guys. Look how much better this looks. Oh yeah. Now we got some clearance, buddy. Now we got some clearance. So I'll hit the other side real quick. Yeah, I think I'll just keep those in a bolt. I'll just put them right back on here. We'll just put them right back on here in case I ever want to, I don't know, sell these to somebody or whatever. They're super clean. Literally, the OE sticker. Look at that, guys. Insane. So super nice. Obviously, we got the metric sizing, but I was just kind of curious. Okay, yeah, so they're right at about 29 and a half, I would say. So I know I can get like some 31s on here, which would be a little bit taller. And the wheels, what are these? These are 16s. So yeah, maybe we'll upgrade to some 17-inch wheels. We get that wheel lock on here and all that. So yeah, let's get that other side off real quick. And then, like I said, I want to deal with this because look how low this is. And she was saying that she thought this was added, but like that's 10 inches right there. One good thing when you have one of these on is you can like drag it on the ground. Kind of cool that it's got this OE Toyota boy right here in case you did want to do something. It does have the what is this, the 6-pin, I think? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-pin connector. It's a little juicy looking. But I think we'll get that off next. And you know, once we have that off, and by the way, the car is lifted up in the front, that gets it's like 17 inches of ground clearance. But you know, we do have obviously this at 11 with the spare tires. So something to think about too. The spare tire does, you know, let you lose a little bit, but we can just drag spare tire instead. Well, I actually took the rear tow hitch off. I want to get a new bumper on the car eventually. So anyways, I just think it looks so much better without it. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna zip tie this bad boy up out of the way. I also took the mud flaps off. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Does it look better with them? Like that, completed, or without them? Maybe I just literally like just trim off the last little bit right here. That could maybe look better. Just to kind of get it a little bit more aggressive, but still kind of have that finished look. I don't know. Let me know. That's something I'm thinking about. Like I just leave just a little bit right there, just like a nice little subtle looking mod, but something that won't like just rack on a rock or whatever like that, because it does have 2 holes here, which isn't the biggest deal. But like I said, if I have an aftermarket bumper, let me show you from the side. I got that one off there too. I don't know, does that look missing in the back or what? Because this one's kind of complete. That's kind of complete in the front. I guess maybe if I just, I don't know if I took this little piece off on the front as well, if that would look more aggressive or not. Not totally sure, because it looks pretty good with the flare, to be honest. And I don't know if that would just make it look like it's missing or like it's matching. So let me know down below. This looks good. Maybe it looks more like a stock trim level to you. But anyways, I think it looks good. Yeah, maybe I will do that little cut. I think that would look pretty good. Yeah, overall, dude, loving it. I would love to paint those center caps on the wheels, just because they look not so nice like this. I could literally just use some wheel paint on these. It would look so much better because we got the 16x7s original wheels here. Yeah, a little bit of brake dust. Anyways, tires, I did notice a little bit dry rotted. I don't even negotiate about that. So anyways, if you guys have not put how much I paid for the car down below, do it now.
but she was asking $5,900 for the car, and I was like, that's a pretty good deal. I noticed a couple little things, you know, I'm like, let's try to bargain it down, right? So I offered her $4,600. She was like, I think it's worth more than that. How about 49? And I'm like, sounds good to me. So we got it down to $4,900, so below $5,000. And yeah, overall, I think it's freaking sick. So yeah, let me know if you think that's a good deal down below. And we gotta get some like real mods for this thing. I want to get wheels and tires first, and then probably bumpers and rock sliders. So rock sliders will be third, probably bumpers. I think a rear bumper would look the cool, front or rear. Maybe we'll get a winch on the front here too, and some different tires and wheels like I'm saying. Hopefully about a month and a half, 2 months away from snow season. So actually this thing would be really fun to take up on some trails in the snow and kind of see how it does. It's open diff, so there's that. But yeah, if I have some like mud and snow tires, I'd be curious. Maybe I'd get Rachel to drive this one. I'd go up with Carson, a couple other people. I might take my 5th gen as well. So anyways, guys, what do you think? Hopefully you like this video. Kind of all the stuff I did on my 5th gen 4Runner. So I've done a lot of the stuff. I even replaced the transmission on my 5th gen. But yeah, it's just, you know, all in the works. I just noticed this thing's got like a little bit of window tint in the back, which is lovely. It looks really good. Looks very clean. Probably about 30% window tint. Wouldn't mind maybe doing some like 70% up front, some ceramic, just to get that done. Maybe the front windshield as well. I think the front windshield was like replaced recently, because I don't see a single crack on this thing, and my 5th gen has like 6 chips in it or something like that. It's absolutely destroyed. So let's hit up Firestone. We're gonna see what we can do for tires on this bad boy, and we'll upgrade the lights with these LED bulbs. I don't know, I just got them on Amazon. They're like an H4 style with 4 LEDs, but yeah, they literally look like a candle at nighttime. A little rubber guy just kind of pulls back, goes like that. See, on the H4 it's got a high beam and a low beam. Because there's no fan on that, I'm just able to do this, and we can hook up the H4 light bulb just like that.
Now this is how the engine bay looked before I touched anything. This is just straight off the lot, not cleaned up. You know, not a ton of dust and grime for close to 300,000 miles, but you know, it had a little bit. This is a little bit of seepage right there, and this actually cleans up really good. I'm really happy with all of this. Check it out, guys. I'm gonna hit this thing with some degreaser purple power, and then after that, you can see the purple power right here. I will be hitting it with the pressure washer. So that got it really, really clean. We do a little bit of agitation as well. And this is the best way to clean up an engine bay, in my opinion. I also like to keep it running, as obviously there's a lot of electronics in there and whatnot. So, you know, spray everything down, get it soaked up really good. And, you know, just over all of the plastics and all of that stuff, all the rubber. And what you'll see is the original, like the original stripes, the original check pin markings and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So we'll agitate everything up real quick with a brush.
I went ahead and agitated up quite a bit. It looks pretty damn good. Let's hit it with a pressure washer with a pretty decent degree. I think I'll do like a 15 degree. Really good, guys. Like even the yellow is coming out from the original, like the original little check stuff from the OE. Like look at that. It's looking really nice. It's looking nice and clean. Alternator looking good. Cleaned up really well. I am using a little bit of oven degreaser. This stuff right here. Try not to get it in your eyeballs. Easy off, heavy duty. This stuff works amazing on aluminum. So I'm hitting the valve cover right there, hitting this. We'll let it dwell for a little bit right here. I already got it shined up really good. But when you hit this with a pressure washer, a lot of times this will make this stuff, the aluminum, look like brand new. So I just made sure to just kind of hit it on just the aluminum parts, but you also want to make sure you get that off, or else it's very corrosive. So I don't know. Yeah, I've left it on too long and it gets real mucky and real gross. All right, dude, look at this intake manifold. This is what I mainly want to show. Look at that. Sheesh. Beautiful. Look at that valve cover. Beautiful. Battery, all this looking beautiful. Alternator looking good. Everything. We got like the OG little like yellow, you know, yellow paint markings. We got the OG paint marking right here. Pretty wild. Look at the valve cover, all nice and cleaned up. So this will give me a good idea of like how much that valve cover is leaking, because it was. But yeah, we are very nice and clean now. Started right up. Did give me a little bit of belt squeak, but that'll go away once that belt dries up. It's looking all good. So the biggest problem with my 4Runner that I've found is this bolt is blown the hell out, which kind of sucks, but it's not rusted out. So that is actually good. It just means, I don't know, someone just jumped the hell in there. So normally it's inset into the metal like that. So yeah. But anyways, this is kind of nasty right here. So let's go ahead and get this all cleaned up underneath the seat. We'll get the seat out, but man, my seats are beautiful, I must say. But like right here, they could use a little bit more cleaning. Crusty, my guy, look at that. Oh yeah, all those fries. It's 20 years of McDonald's fries right there where the chair has never been out. And then we'll get the coffee stains out of here. That just mostly looks like coffee spilled from this cup holder. And this out, 2 tins right there, 2 Phillips right here. Got 2 Phillips on the other side, so I'm gonna take out this other chair real quick. I'm gonna basically take out the whole center console so I can clean this up all real nice. Looks good. We got this all up out of here. Clean this up. This is the heater element where this kind of cranks it on and off, which is cool. Just kind of opens up a vent, I guess, down below. I don't even know where that's kind of tunneled from, but anyways, tunnels down here. We'll go ahead and vacuum this all up, and then I think I'm gonna get the passenger seat out. We'll kind of get this front floor kind of done first, I guess. To be honest, I love to see stuff like this down there because that means it's gonna get so much cleaner. And it's crazy because this car is already very clean. So 14 mil, pop the seats out. Very simple. Just putting these all back in the cup holders. Now literally, yo, what do we got here? It's funny because she was like, yo, if you find an earring, and I found an earring. Some sort of earring, so that's cool. Found this 10-cent piece and a McDonald's fries that looks as good as the day it was bought. What is this? A little piece of glass? Interesting. So yeah, look at that, dude. Sweet. Okay, let's get this vacuumed up. And then this is actually the fan, so this is the blower motor right down here, and that's kind of what controls the heater mechanism, which is cool. So much better. I like to spray the 3 Oats interior cleaner on all this stuff, and I can just really scrub it all down. I like to get around this, and you can even pop these little things off, get all up in here, because you know what, you do it once, you do it right, it is gonna look good for a long time and just look like original, just OE, looking nice. And then when you get around like the head unit and all this stuff, just in these areas when you have the trim off that you can't get, it just makes everything look really, really good. I use a Bissell extractor. I'm using it on my Milwaukee from cordless. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So, suck it out. Give it a chance. You know what time it is. It's that time of the year that sucks. Daylight savings time. But this will get you a hell of a lot more time outdoors. Make your car look nice and bright. This is that underhood light. I absolutely love this thing. It's from Milwaukee. It came out a couple of years ago. And this thing is, well, it's badass for, you know, doing interiors of cars or underneath the hood, because it makes it light up like it's new. And it has 2 modes on it, the dimmer mode and the brighter mode, and it lasts quite a while. So like before, you can see it's nasty. Well, we gotta give it some rubs, but I can get that all shined up. Put this back on here. Gotta get that wire hooked up right there, back and ready to go. This looks a lot better right here. It was really dirty. I could definitely extract it again, but really I just wanted to get the main little like coffee stains out of here and whatnot and make it look a little better. So we're gonna get the MPG on this bad boy for the first time. Filling up 87. We're at 10.8 gallons right now. Okay, we'll top it off one time. 14.277. There was quite a bit of idling with the car. I cleaned the motor. I did like quite a bit of things. I hung out in the car. So, you know, it may be a little worse than normal, but 249.1, 17.477 miles to the gallon. So pretty damn good. I think I could get like 20 on the car if, well, if it's all just literally driving. I've gassed a couple times, did a couple other things, you know. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I think that's pretty damn good. That is about, well, 6 to 7 more miles to the gallon than my other 4Runner. So I ended up getting this car for $4,900, and as you can see in the beginning of this video, basically I was just driving by Sierra College Auto Fair, which is our local little auto fair in California, and I saw this 4Runner from the street and said to my wife, like, we're both into 3rd gens and that sort of thing. We're like, how much do you think that is? Because we like to play that game. Saw it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10 grand. Well, we came up to it and it looked like this. Super, super clean on the exterior. Super, super clean interior. And as you can see here, they were asking $59.99 for it, which was pretty reasonable, to be honest. But the car did have a lot of miles. So I went over, had them open it up, which you can do there, kind of start it up, check it out. And I called, and I basically told my wife, if an old lady answers the phone or calls back, we're buying this thing. So that's exactly what ended up happening. An older lady called back and said, oh yeah, I'm the original owner. You know, at one point in time, I let my brother use the car, and then now it's back in my name. So basically she was the original owner. She's like, I only ever put the car in 4-wheel drive maybe like one time ever. And that was originally when the car was in Virginia. So it was in like Washington, DC at the beginning of its life. But the frame is absolutely immaculate. Not a speck of rust underneath it. It's beautiful. It's like a California car. And then it was basically in the Bay Area, kind of Oakland area for quite some time after that. Well, probably about like, you know, 22 years or something along those lines. So overall, absolutely great deal. I was able to talk her down a little bit just on like, you know, basic maintenance items, like it needs new ball joints, new lower ball joints. If those haven't been done in the last 100,000 miles, those need to be done because the wheel could freaking fall off. Timing belt had not been replaced, so probably also needed a new water pump, which I need to do soon here. And yeah, I talked her down to $4,900. I actually said maybe 41, and she was like, how about 49? I was like, deal done. So that's where it went. What do you guys think? Do you think I got a killer deal? This is a SR5. It's not a limited, does not have a locker, does have a center locking transfer case, and basically it's the all-wheel / 4-wheel drive, which is pretty cool. And then obviously it has 4 high, 4 low. But overall, I was really happy with the vehicle. I've been really happy with the vehicle, been driving it around, so super, super sick. Let me know in the comments down below, what would you have paid for this car? I'm curious.